What if I told you that a billionaire's daughter, a girl born into wealth, comfort, private jets, and bodyguards, chose to give it all up? To sleep under bridges, beg for food, and walk barefoot on cold concrete. And what if I told you the reason she did it was because she didn't trust herself anymore? This is the story of Ariana Voss, only child of the ruthless real estate tycoon Leonard Voss, owner of skyscrapers in 11 countries. A girl the media loved to call the Diamond Princess. Everyone thought she had everything: money, beauty, fame. But behind it all, she felt empty, lost, alone. One night, after seeing yet another article calling her spoiled, detached, luxury junkie, she stared at herself in the mirror and whispered, "Who am I without the money?" She had no answer. So Ariana made a decision that shocked even the family's security team. She shaved half her hair, put on torn clothes, and disappeared. For 30 days, she would live on the streets. No credit cards. No security. No family name. No protection. Just Ariana. And the brutal reality: she was sheltered from her whole life. But she wasn't ready. No one is. For the person she was about to meet. A man who had lost everything, yet still gave her more kindness than anyone in her entire billionaire world. His name was Tommy. A homeless veteran. And what happened between them would break Ariana's heart forever. Before we continue, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This story will change how you see people forever. Day 1: reality hits hard. Ariana's first night on the street felt like walking into another universe. The cold bit through her thin sweater. Strangers glanced at her with suspicion. No one smiled. No one helped. By midnight, she sat behind a dumpster behind a bakery, hugging her knees, whispering, "How do people survive this?" She had grown up believing comfort was normal. Now she was discovering it was a luxury. Day 3: hunger is loud. By the third day, Ariana realized something the rich never really feel. Hunger is loud. It growls, echoes, twists your gut like fire. She stood near a fast food shop, hoping someone would drop leftovers. They didn't. Late that night, storms rolled in. And as she shivered under a bus stop trying to stay dry, she saw him. A tall, bearded man wrapping a plastic sheet around himself. A veteran's backpack beside him. He noticed how badly she trembled. Without a word, he took off his extra cardboard sheet and placed it over her. "Rain's only fun when you got a roof," he said with a weak laugh. She stared at him. Wet. Cold. Shivering. Yet giving away the little he had. That was the moment she met Tommy. Day 5: the man with nothing who gave everything. Tommy had been homeless for 6 years. A war veteran. PTSD. No family left. Ariana watched him one afternoon as he opened his bag. Inside was a single sandwich. His only food for the day. He cut it in half and handed her the bigger piece. "You look worse than me today," he joked softly. Ariana's eyes filled with tears. Nobody. Not at her father's mansion. Not at the elite schools. Not at billionaire galas. Had ever shown her such selfless kindness. She whispered. "Why? Why would you give your last meal to me?" Tommy shrugged. "Out here, kid. Kindness keeps us alive more than food." Day 10: opening up. Over the next days, Ariana and Tommy became inseparable. They shared scraps, stories, and fears. Tommy told her how he used to be strong, disciplined, proud. But life took everything away piece by piece. He never asked her who she really was. He didn't pry. He didn't judge her dirty clothes or trembling hands. For the first time in her life, Ariana felt seen. Not as heiress. Not as billionaire princess. Just as a human being. Day 15: the breaking point. Ariana tried to sleep on the floor of an abandoned building with other homeless residents. But the cold stabbed her bones. She broke down crying. Tommy woke up and immediately placed his jacket over her. You're not built for this. He murmured. She whispered back. No one is. Tommy nodded. Ariana saw tears in his eyes. Real, raw tears of a man who had been forgotten. Day 21. The mugging. One night, they were attacked by two men. They demanded their bags. Tommy fought them off. Taking punches. Defending Ariana with his body. Protecting her like she was his daughter. When the attackers ran off, Ariana held Tommy as he groaned in pain. She sobbed. Why would you risk your life for me? He smiled painfully. Because you're the only good thing I've seen in years. Those words shattered her. Day 25. Ariana's decision. Watching Tommy suffer changed Ariana completely. She realized homelessness wasn't a lifestyle. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't laziness. It was pain. Invisible pain. She made a promise to herself. If she ever got back to her world, she would help him. Not out of pity, but out of gratitude. Day 30. The reveal. On the final day, Ariana arranged something secretly. She disappeared early that morning. Then returned wearing clean clothes, escorted by two black SUVs. Tommy stared, confused. Ariana stepped forward and said softly. My name isn't Anna. I'm Ariana Voss. My father owns Voss Global. And I'm not homeless. Tommy didn't move. She continued, tears streaming. You shared your food with me. You protected me. You were the only person who cared when I had nothing. Let me help you now. Please. Tommy finally spoke. But his answer did not go the way she expected. The response that broke her heart. Tommy looked at her with sad eyes. I don't need your father's money. Ariana blinked in shock. He continued. What I need is for someone to remember that I exist. To sit with me. Talk to me. Treat me like a human being. He stepped closer, placing a hand on her shoulder. You did that. And that's worth more than any mansion. Ariana's heart cracked. She whispered. I want to help you. Really help you. Tommy smiled. A tired, grateful smile. Then don't forget us. Don't forget the people you met here. Help them. Not because you have money. But because now. You understand. Ariana broke down crying. Tommy hugged her. A hug warmer than anything she ever felt in her father's empire. Ariana returned home a completely different person. She used her inheritance to build shelters, fund mental health care for veterans, create job programs, provide free meals, offer safe housing for homeless women. And every month, she visited Tommy. Not as a billionaire heiress. Not as a social project. But as a friend. Because he taught her something money could never buy. To be rich is to give. To be human is to care.